Hey guys! I made a 3-tier plant stand for a greenhouse as a requested video. The greenhouse is going to be all covered and rain is not going to go through for any reason, but then you're going to have sunlight. And this plant stand is going to be inserted in some kind of sand or grass for a greenhouse. Now let's go ahead and get started. I use items from the Dollar Tree. I got this garden fence, planters, word stickers from the Dollar Tree, and then this smear reflective paper, I got it online. Now I'm also going to be using 2 craft sticks, zip ties, and the full list of all the items used will be in the description box below. I started off by cutting the pointed inserts that's on the garden fence. Now this is a spare that I will not be using, so I need more of the pointed tips for the other planters that I'll be making. I'll need 4 for all the planters at the bottom side and 2 for each. So here I'm just measuring it out to see if it's equal and cutting out any excess before gluing it on. And I will be gluing, or should I say attaching it with my soldering iron. I will be using this soldering iron to put in the 2 rubbers together or 2 plastic together. Now this works perfectly fine. Now if you don't have this, you can use a hot glue gun and any 6000 glue just to keep it in place and leave it overnight to dry. But if you're going to use a soldering iron, please wear a face mask, and if you're not comfortable with this, please ask for help. To keep it uniform, I added 1 more here, and then I repeated the same thing for the other garden fence. So 2 of the garden fences would have 2 on each, making 4, and the third one that will be at the top will have just 2. I took it outside and I spray painted it silver. And now all I'm going to be doing is carefully folding it. I'm going to be doing it carefully since it's plastic, and then I will use this provision here to lock it in. And then I got these planters, and the bottom shape is perfect for it. This is the third one, and as you can see, it's got just 2 pointed tips. Now all I'm going to be doing is putting all 3 down to see how I'm going to be attaching them together. So here I just put in the 2 legs into the 2 planters, and I'll be using zip ties to hold them in place. This is not permanent just yet. I'm still trying to see how this would work and if it's going to be stable. If you're new to my channel, it's so great to have you here. Now don't forget to click on the subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. Like I said, this is not permanent just yet, so I'm just gonna keep it aside until I'm done with the planters to see if it's gonna hold. Now these are the planters, and I will be using this board. As you can see, it's straight, so I'm gonna curve it just a bit so it sits properly on the planter. I'll be putting 1 in front and 1 at the back. I will be cutting this mirror reflective paper to the size of the board that I just cut out. And then I'm going to stick it on together, and it's so easy to use because it's self-adhesive. I did this so that the lines that's on the board would show to make it look like it's a tin can. Now I'll be taking the sticker and placing it a little bit above the middle. I made 1 with a sticker and 1 without the sticker. And the one with the sticker will be in front and glued at the top to cover up the write-up, and this one will be at the back. At this point, I would like to say that this is totally optional. If you don't like this, then you don't have to do it. I mean, some people prefer the write-up that's there. So yeah, I decided to just close it up. I did that for all 3 planters. And then I inserted them into the plant stands that I made, and as you can see, it's touching the middle part, so that's not comfortable. I removed it, and then instead of putting it into the 2 outer planters, I placed it in the middle away from the other 2 planters. This is what it looks like. I held them in place with the zip ties and used the 6000 glue there and left it overnight to dry. These are silver plastic spoons for dessert that I will be using to cover up the lines that I have that's at the outer parts of the write-up that I used. I did that for all 3 and I put flowers inside. I also used spoons to decorate the plant stand. I spray painted 2 craft sticks silver, and this is what I'm going to be using to cover up the points where all the plant stands were connected. I tried using spoons, but it wasn't pretty, so I had to use craft sticks. Let me know in the comment section below if you have another recommendation for this. Now this design was made because it's going to be inserted into sand or grass of some sort that's for a greenhouse. Now because I don't have a greenhouse and I'm going to be needing this, I'm going to be using artificial plants. So I put in artificial plants in there because they're light. Now, but if you're going to be using real plants, I would strongly advise that you cut out the legs at the bottom so it stays flat on the floor for better balance. I really love the way this turned out, and I am so glad that I picked up the request to make a 3-tier plant stand for a greenhouse using Dollar Tree items. I'd like to know what you think about this in the comments section below, and remember to like and share, and also remember to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my latest videos. Thank you so much for watching. I have other videos linked in the description box below to check them out, and don't forget to click on the subscribe button.